Okay, Section 5.4. We're going to talk about petty cash. A business can keep small amounts of cash on hand in their business, in their office, and they like to use cash sometimes instead of writing a check for a small amount. Okay, this is called a petty cash box, petty cash fund, and you're going to use the petty cash account when you first the one time that you establish a petty cash account. You only use the petty cash account one time, and that's when you establish it. When we replenish it, when we spend money out of the petty cash, then we will do something different. Okay? So page 134 gives us the journal entry of how we establish a petty cash account. We have the T accounts, and at the bottom we have the steps to establish a petty cash fund. Alright, so on July 3rd, we decided that we were going to use a petty cash account. So we're going to take some money, specifically $250, and we're going to put it into our petty cash account. So we're going to use petty cash. And our document number in this case is going to be check 57. So that is C57. Alright, so petty cash is an asset account. We're moving it really from cash to petty cash. So we're going to increase petty cash, in this case $250. We wrote a check, so that came out of our cash account. So we're reducing cash by $250. So we moved it from cash to petty cash. Okay. So at the end of the month, we now have to look at our petty cash account. We have to see what we spent out of there, and we have to balance that, and we need to bring it back up to the $250. So we're going to be looking at all of our petty cash slips. Okay, page 135 shows us that this example was on August 18th. We spent for a newspaper ad for advertising expense, so we paid the Tribune $10. We paid it with cash, so we wrote a receipt, put it in the petty cash, it gave out $10. Page 136 shows how we journalize that, and it gives us some calculations. So looking at our directions for the work together, on July 31st, we need to look at our own petty cash account, and we spent for supplies. Okay, so I'm going to put in here supplies. I'm going to put that we spent $25. We spent miscellaneous expense of $8, and we had repair expense of $45. All right, so now whenever I total all of this up, we spent $78. Okay, so I have to take another check, and in this case this one's going to be check 97, and I have to take money out of the cash account, and I have to put that, whatever I spent, in this case $78, will come out of cash. Okay, so once again, petty cash was to establish it first time, and then whenever we replenish the petty cash account, you record where you spent the money, supplies, miscellaneous expense, repair expense, and you debit the accounts because you debit supplies because supplies went up, expenses went up, so that's a debit. Repair expense went up, and we wrote a check, so you have to credit cash, and once again we're just moving cash back over into our petty cash account.